I don't know how to start a video, but I'm Hootless, and this is Stardew Valley Community Center, episode 14, also known as the final episode. So, leading up to the end here, I do get everything. I think we just needed like a truffle, a duck feather, the winter forageables, and the nautilus shell. So we do get everything here. I don't even have to buy more ducks. I just happened to get one, unlike the day before I was gonna buy more ducks. So, I don't really know what to say about this run. It's been pretty fun. It was really interesting trying to get all of the things for the community center together in 1 year. Part of it was really good RNG. I did get the red cabbage on the 14th of spring, which was like, what, the third video, I think? Maybe the fourth video? And that was pretty lucky. That was the thing I had to get through RNG to be able to win. And then it just kept giving me more and more useful items, like giving me the wool, the rabbit's foot, giving me... It didn't give me a cloth, but I ended up not needing a cloth anyways. Probably could have done it slightly easier, gone for like easier items and, you know, maybe gone for sort of an easier route, but I think for the most part it turned out really well. And it was a fun run overall. Hopefully you guys have been having fun watching it because, you know, I think this one's more interesting than the Stardrops run, even though the Stardrops one seems to be getting more views. Just because this one is like, it's not something you'd think that you could complete in the first year. And then, you know, if you actually make lists and set out all the things you have to do on a month-by-month basis, you can actually get through it pretty quickly. And it was pretty fun overall. I do fish here to catch the last walleye, or well, the last fish that I need, which is a walleye, now that it's finally raining in fall. And I catch the fish, and here's where I make a funny mistake. Fortunately, it didn't cost me the game, but I made the maki roll, and instead of using either the chub or the sardine that I had in my inventory, I decided to use the fish that I actually needed for a bundle to make the maki roll. But I caught another walleye right after that. So I go and turn in the walleye, I turn in the maki roll, the star goes up there, that's the third star. I actually didn't have many plaques completed up until this video, and then they sort of all fell into place right at the end, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I was making these plants, I was watering these plants, because I did need some final money. Like, in case I had to buy ducks, I needed duck money, but mostly I needed the money to be able to buy out the vault, the safe plaque. There we go. So I do actually get enough. Once my pumpkins come in, I sell them all for like 80,000 gold. And then that's more than enough to finish off the safe plaque, which I only needed like 32,500 or something like that. 35,000, something along those lines. So we do get the money, and the money was one of the things we needed. We get the truffle eventually from our pig. I wasn't sure really how it worked, so I just had him in this little fenced up area at first, and then eventually I was just like, whatever, I'll just let him free and see if he gives me a truffle that way. And I think it takes like 2 more days before he actually gives me one. I continue to sell the pomegranates and apples. I don't really need to. Pretty much the only reason I even grew the pomegranate and apple trees was because I needed 4 apples and 2 pomegranates. I ended up buying an apricot at some point. I think this weekend that's coming up here. I managed to buy an apricot from the traveling merchant. So I save on having to get one of the artisan goods. It doesn't really matter though, because I already had the capacity to make the last few things that I needed. I did get the truffle there and put it into my chest. I was very, very careful about not losing the truffle somehow, like not eating it, not accidentally selling it, not dropping it somewhere or putting it in my trash. I was very careful to make sure that I didn't lose it, especially since I had just sold my pig. It probably would have been the end of the run if I had lost it. Well, if I had lost it and then not noticed and saved, then I would have had the run just basically be over, unless I could have gotten another animal in time. But it would have been a lot tighter if it had been like that. Fortunately, I just leave the truffle in the chest until I get a duck feather, and then as soon as winter rolls around, I go out, get all the forageables. That'll come up soon. just another 2 days away. I didn't pick up the apricot there. I actually never got the bag upgrade either. It might have been useful, and what a time to end the series on with a giant pumpkin there. I never upgraded my bag. Might have been useful. I got the duck feather there. It went by really fast, and I put it into the chest with the truffle. But it's sitting there. It's waiting. Here's winter. I immediately go out. I check all of the various spots, and Willie decides to give me a copper pan. I don't actually like the copper pan. It's not very useful in its current state. It should really be upgradable and have bonuses if you upgrade it. But I go around, I pick up the whatever it's called by hoeing the ground. I pick up a snow yam, and I pick up I think it's a crocus, and then I go and get a crystal fruit from the forest. So that's all 4 of the forageables taken care of. I think it's a winter root, the orange thing. That's all 4 of the forageables, and then I just have to wait until a nautilus shell pops up, which is what I do here. I go and check the beach every single day until a nautilus shell shows up. None there that day. And then there's none there on the 3rd, but there is one on the 4th, which is really weird because the 1 year 1 million challenge also finished on Winter 4. So maybe it's just like a theme. The game gives me the RNG to finish the run exactly on the 4th day of winter. This ended about the way I expected it to, just not because I wouldn't need anything in winter except for the forageables. I figured it would end pretty early into winter. Would by no means take me all of winter. And there it is, I get the nautilus shell, so now we're going up to the community center to drop off the last of the things. Again, hope you guys all enjoyed this series. It was really fun to make. If you did, like the videos, comment on the videos, saying possible ideas maybe for future challenges. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you guys all next time.